Be prepared for highly offensive language and adult and sexual themes.
Vanessa, this is Rylan. Please come through to the botch studio.
Sod off!
Vanessa, this is Rylan. Please leave the green room and go through to the botch studio immediately.
Take a hike!
Babe! Babe!
What?
Darling, look, you got the dressing gown, the sunglasses. I'm loving the throwback fashion. But I've got a show to do, go.
Oh, for God's sake.
Cheeky mouth.
Honestly.
Writing on me wall. I love a throwback. It's time for a bit on the side. Cheek. Give it up for the star of tonight's show, the chicken! Now, cluck off. Well, that was a clucking brilliant episode. Lols. We saw the house turn into one giant chicken coop with one housemate running around like a headless chicken. Kay got very emotional, started welling up about the poultry meat all over the shop. Akeem went clucking mental trying to count his chickens, and Lewis G just couldn't keep chicken himself out.
Yeah, that's a good look. I've just got a good look. Oh, wow, that's comfy.
What a cock. We're all. Anyway, we're going to be pecking away at the rest of tonight's show. I'm sure there's a load of chicken gags in just a moment. But coming up this evening, I'm going to be asking our nominated housemates, friends and family why they think their beloved Lewis's F or G deserves to stay in the house in this week's...
Team Mayor, I'm talking now, all right? Topic up.
He's back! I'm going to be popping my wig on and giving my shiny new gavel a right old good bashing. Lord Chief Justice Rylan, retired, is heading back to the courtroom to help close another case. But also tonight, I'm going to be twiddling with me knob and turning into the sweet sounds of...
Radio Rylan.
Radio Rylan's back as well! It's like a bumper edition tonight. I'm back in the booth for a late night sesh trying to help fix some of our precious little housemates' big old problems. But before we tune in to see any of that, it's time to meet tonight's tantalising trio of reality royalty. It is another Throwback Thursday, guys! I'm loving it! We've got some brilliant ex-housemates lined up and ready. First up, she proved the Big Brother house is no place for a pampered princess. The media dubbed her the most spoiled girl in Britain, but we're spoiled to have her on our panel. It's Gina Rio! Next up, in 2007, he swapped London's glittering nightlife for Borehamwood's Big Brother life. It's not you, it's me. Well, it's not actually me, it's actually him. It's Ziggy!
Nice one.
And finally, this lady is legit a Big Brother icon. Has anyone ever created more of a scene with a piece of chalk than she did back in 2002? No, they haven't. She needs no introduction. It's Vanessa Bell! And I'm going to start this show by saying, good audience tonight. Yes! Right, let's talk about tonight's show and the excellent, if you pardon the pun, count your chicken task. This saw our housemates try and accurately count the feathered friends who appeared in the house. Gina, I want to come to you first. You know what it's like doing these shopping tasks. Would you have enjoyed the count your chickens task, you think?
Absolutely not.
How would you have fared being pecked all over?
That's just gross. I don't even eat chicken, so...
All right, Kay, calm yourself.
No, pescatarian.
Oh, yeah, she likes a bit of fish. We did see a king, though, get stuck right into the task, and he definitely counted his chickens out loud, much to the annoyance of Isaac. Ziggy, let me come to you. Lovely to have you with us tonight.
Lovely to be here, thank you.
Isaac said... Isaac said
Andrew.
that Akeem was playing up to the cameras with all the counting out loud stuff. Did you think he was?
I don't think he's got it in him. I really don't.
You don't?
No, I don't. No.
You don't think he's playing a game and
I
trying to
don't
get
know.
a bit of airtime?
I think Akeem is literally what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Do we agree with that? Some of them do. Lewis G and Zoe were sent on a hen hunt in a room full of chickens, which I loved. I interviewed them chickens last night. They were hilarious. Zoe started crying and Lewis G had his privates pecked at. I did promise you it. Vanessa, how would you have coped being pecked all over by a room full of chickens?
God, I'll take any peck I can get. You get to this age, you're just grateful, quite frankly. But can I just say something? I just want to say, though, I am absolutely devastated that this show is going to stop. I think it has been, honestly, our life, our soul. It has been fascinating, horrifying, arousing, sometimes in a really weird way. It's been funny, it's been sad, it's been everything anybody could ever want from television.
Do you know what, Vanessa? It's been lovely having you to be here. It really has, honestly. You're an icon. You're an icon.
Thank you. I miss it so much.
Oh, don't, because you'll start me off. This was a classic Big Brother task. Surely you lot were loving the chickens back in. Talk to me about the chickens, Emu.
I love the chicken. The chickens are so good. They're the best housemates ever. You cannot replace... Rylan, you cannot replace the chicken.
You cannot replace the chickens. That's what I like to talk about, Bring back Marjorie. Bring her back. Cameron said the task was joyous, but the chickens were worse than the ghost he's been seeing in the house. More on the ghost a bit later. Ziggy, what have you been making of Cameron in there?
I think Cameron has a massive secret to tell us.
Well, I think...
No. Well, let me finish. I think he sees ghosts.
You think he sees ghosts?
I think he sees ghosts. I think he sees things. And I think that's his secret. Massive secret, yeah.
You think that's the secret?
I like Cameron. I think Cameron will come out a little bit later for us to be a little bit more playful. He's kind of playing around a little bit, but he's a kid.
Do you know what? It has been nice to
old.
see him, you know, develop in the house. And, you know, we spoke about this the other night. He's obviously got something planned on his mind, and it's not for us, whether or not we think we know what it is, to, you know, encourage it or say, you know, put words into his mouth. It's up to him to say it in his own time, and if he does, then we'll all be behind him, I'm sure.
Right, can I say one thing?
Go for it.
This is what Big Brother is for.
Yes, exactly.
It's a social experiment where people come on and they live through the experience and they get to meet other people. There's no other show like it.
There isn't.
No other show like it.
There isn't. No other show like Big Brother. Gina, what have you been making of Cameron and his ghost stories? Because he is adamant that there is a ghost in the Big Brother house.
I'm really sorry to say, but there are actually ghosts in the Big Brother house because I'm very connected to the other side.
What, ITV?
No.
What?
I'm loyal. No, I'm loyal. I can feel it. Guys, come on. I can feel spirits. I can feel energy.
Gina,
but
I am
see it.
totally with you. I do Celebrity Ghost Hunt. I am so into it. I'm so into the other side. When you were in there, did you ever pick up on anything in there?
Yes, we did. Like, a few of us did. We actually felt it. But I didn't see anything because I haven't got that gift. But I think he's really gifted. And I really believe him. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I don't want to make it all about me, but I'm gonna. When I was in there, I swear to God, I woke bolt upright. I didn't know what time of the morning it was. Must have been about 4 o'clock or something like that. And I woke up and I just saw through the mirror what I thought was obviously a cameraman or something, but it wasn't. It just dropped and went. And it scared the life out of me. That place is haunted, and I don't care what anyone's got to say about it. And look out later on in the show, because we might have proof for you. But we need to talk about Thomas, because it's fair to say he hit all the right notes with that reimagining a version of Nelly Furtado's I'm Like a Bird. I think we should have a reminder, don't you? Let's see it again.
I'm like a bird, only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. And baby, all I need for you to... I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. And baby, all I need for you to... I'm like a bird.
Loving it.
Loving him, loving his
best.
work, loving his interpretation of life, loving his singing. I think he needs to release that as a single.
I'd
as soon
buy
as
it.
comes out.
I'd buy it. What can I say? Would we buy a Thomas Albert? You wouldn't.
I love him as a person. I love him to pieces. He's brilliant, but singing, he made my ears hurt.
Listen, they said that about me, but 6 years on, he's still going. There was one housemate, though, who didn't enjoy the task, and that was our vegan, Kay. Now, she started welling up when she saw all the chickens dotted about the house, but some of the housemates are beginning not to trust her. Now, Gina, Kay is an actress, you know, that's what she does as a job. She's done acting before. Do you think that the crying and the tears and the upset is genuine, or do we think we're seeing part of her actress alter ego?
I think she's a cutie. I always tell the truth, darling.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think she's a cutie, but she's a pretender also. You can pretend, and there's nothing wrong with that. She's on television.
So you think she's acting up?
Of course. Of course.
Sean said that Kay's not really been herself with different housemates, and she attaches herself, you know, first with Annamelia, and then we saw her align with Louis G. Do you think that's all a bit of a game plan by her, by trying to get the one that she can stand with?
Yes, I do. I think she composes a script for each individual housemate. I think she thinks, right, that one, now this one, and how should I be? I think I'll say this, in this voice, I'll give this face, I'll do this with my hair. And I think she does it very well. I think she's a good actress.
It seems like a lot of people, obviously, who I've just spoke to, have said that they're maybe not so much a fan of it. Who's really enjoying Kay? Who thinks she is being herself? Anyone? No! I tried. Let's move on to Louis G. He's ignited that argument in the house when he went and ate Louis F's Weetabix. Other cereals are available. Now, we're obviously going to have to refer to this on bots as Cereal Gate, guys. Cereal Gate. Yeah, Cereal Gate. Louis G did say he wanted to rattle up some housemate Ziggy. I mean, he's really doing it with Louis F, isn't he?
Yeah, massively, but to be as individual as Louis G's being, you got to have very, very large cojones.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's really going for it.
I didn't say the real word, that's why I kind of used
I think he means balls.
So,
I mean,
my
are you
feeling is-
admiring that the fact that he's sticking with it?
I couldn't spend 5 minutes in his company.
You couldn't.
But what I could do is I could watch him.
Yeah, he's
And I
funny.
could watch him play the house, because it is a game show, that we go back to that.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's playing a good game, so yeah. He's also... He clearly comes from wealth.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really give a shit either way.
He don't care.
No, he's going to go back to,
I don't
yeah,
understand,
sorry.
why is it a good game to make everyone dislike you? Why is that good? It's a game, but it's the most
But the
infuriating
British public,
game.
Vanessa, they love a villain. They do. They like watching a villain.
All that clicking and clapping and clicking, he's driving me absolutely demented. He's driving me crazy. He's on my last nerve. He's got on
Last
it.
nerve.
Any man who puts a 24/7 tattoo on their stomach is not on this planet.
Good
full
luck
stop.
to him.
There we
Good
go.
luck to him with a 24/7.
So good luck.
Well, listen, strong panel, strong audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's definitely going to be a sold-out tonight, let me tell you. Still to come, broadcasting veteran Vanessa Feltz is going to be joining me in the radio studio to answer some very big brother problems as Elstrie's hottest radio station goes live again.
Radio Ryland.
It's back! It's back! Plus, we're going to be finding out which housemate had a Tommy Tank last night in the house. Don't go anywhere, I'll tell you straight after the break. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Let's have a sing-along.
I'm like a bird down the highway. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. And baby, all I need for you to I'm like a bird. I wanna fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is.
Oh, that's enough. Sorry. Just channeling my inner Thomas, the new Polish pop phenomenon. I'm going to take him on the road after this series. We're going global, I'm telling you, me and that boy. But now, I think I need a little bit of me time. And what's better than chilling, being indoors, listening to a few tunes? I need a certain radio station where the listener always comes first. Let's kick back and relax, because it's time for...
Radio Ryland. With Ryland Clark Neal and Vanessa Feltz.
Hi, very good evening to you and welcome to Late Night on Radio Ryland, where the listener always comes first. It's a sticky night out there, so if you're having trouble sleeping, then ease into the night with me. Pour yourself a hot cocoa, let your worries just drift away, yeah? Tonight, it's Ryland's request, where you can call us on our premium rate phone number and request a track of your choice, yeah? But first, up on Late Night with Ryland, we are talking about problems. We've pulled out all the stops tonight because I'm joined by a broadcast veteran, an agony aunt, a woman who really has a voice for radio. It is the voice that melts, Vanessa Feltz. Hi, Vanessa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, it's so great to see you. So great. Tonight, she's in the studio to tend to all your late night needs. Say hi, Vanessa, again.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, I love it. I just love it. We've been inundated with questions and queries from our troubled housemates. Hopefully, we can lend a helping hand. Let's waste no more time. I've got our first troubled soul. He's 23. He's a semi-pro footballer and club promoter from Birmingham. He's got a couple of woman issues. He's written, "Hi, Ryland. I've spent a lot of time with this girl and I really like her. But I'm not sure she's into me. What should I do? Peace. Isaac. P.S. Asking for a friend." Vanessa, what should we tell Isaac's friend?
Yes, Isaac's charm needs a bit of advice, and Isaac needs to pick up his game a little bit.
You think?
Yes, I do. I think he needs to be much more attentive. He needs to be more affectionate. He needs to make her a piece of toast occasionally, a cup of tea.
No, it's nothing
show
like a
some
bit of
interest.
toast.
Stop playing it cool, Isaac. That's what I say.
Do you think he needs to make a move?
He needs to make a gentle move, but he needs to couch it with affection and some kind of proper interest, rather than just being cool, lolling about the place and trying to expect her to realise by osmosis that he fancies her.
God, I love
Let her
you
know.
so
Let her
much.
know. Thank you.
Your advice, I
It's
swear.
mutual.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. Great advice. These problems are coming in thick and fast. We've got our next troubled soul. I believe he's an 18-year-old vlogger from Norwich. For the sake of confidentiality, we've called him Cameron. He's put, "Hi, Ryland. Loving tonight's dulcet tones. Having a bit of trouble in my house at the moment. Everyone seems to be fake. It's all bullshit. It's driving me up the wall. I'm even seeing ghosts. Chickens have now appeared everywhere. Everything's fake. What should I do? Cameron." Thanks for calling in, Cam. Listen, I'm not sure I'm qualified to talk about this, but Vanessa, what do you think the boy should do?
Well, when it comes to chickens and ghosts, I am qualified, and this is what I think.
Yeah.
He's got really severe indigestion. He obviously needs to change what he's eating,
Yeah.
because I think he's having bad dreams brought on by too much spicy food.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to cool right back and have just, cereal gate prior to that, some cereal, some milk, a bland diet.
Yeah.
And also he needs to remember why he wanted to be on the show. He's the biggest Big Brother fan in the world.
Well, second,
remember that you, apart from us, remember to enjoy it, Cameron.
You've got to enjoy it.
You wanted to do it, so
Once
enjoy
in
it.
a
Don't
lifetime.
waste it. Don't waste it.
Don't waste it, Cameron. We've got another listener here, Vanessa. They're loving you tonight. Getting in contact with some unwanted attention from a fellow housemate. She's a 21-year-old graphic designer from London. We're going to call her Brooke for confidentiality reasons. She said, "Hi, Ryland. I'm totally in my own head right now. Someone I'm living with just told me she likes me. I don't want the rest of my housemates to think I'm interested in her. What should I do?" That's from Brooke. What do you think?
Well, Brooke, I would look very deeply into this, and I would try to ascertain, is she sincere, this housemate? Because I would suggest and posit the theory that she is schmoozing you and buttering you up, but wouldn't actually like to go anywhere near any of your orifices. I think this is fake, and I think that she's trying to reel you in, and I think you need to resist.
You think it's fake?
I do.
God, you're just a font of knowledge, aren't you? God, I love you. Finally, I believe we've got one more in. This is a 31-year-old cleaner currently residing in London. He's not getting on with his housemates, apparently. He says, "Hey, Ryland cutie." Thanks, mate. I'm getting in contact because I'm getting pretty vexed about my friend Akeem. He never gives straight answers, and the way he sits on the fence really pisses me off. What should I do? Lots of love, Thomas. Now, listen, look, I get it. It's hard. It's hard in there, Vanessa. What should he do?
Well, life is hard. I think what he should do is serenade him. Just keep singing. We've heard that furtado. I think go for your inner Frankie Vaughan. I think do a little bit. Don't you think so? I think unleash some Scylla in homage to Renee
bring a bit of Scylla to the party.
And just sing your way through it, because that voice is absolutely remarkable.
Step inside love. That's what I say.
And what's it all about, Alfie?
Oh, surprise, surprise. I'm so happy you're here.
Hits you right between the eyes.
It really does. On surprise, surprise. Well, that is sound advice right there. Sadly, it's all I've got time for, guys. I'm gutted. Please, don't cry. And give it up for broadcasting legend and agony aunt, the voice that melts, Vanessa Feltz. Thank you so much. Honestly.
Great.
Honestly. Thank you. God, I love her. Well, for the next 3 hours, we're going to be playing back-to-back tracks from my good old friend Mickey Bubble. And you can catch Vanessa at the weekend on Radio Island, sitting in for Trevor Nelson with a non-stop hour of Spice Girl classics. Thank you and good night, and make sure, come again soon, yeah?
Radio Ryland with Ryland Clark Neal and Vanessa Phelps.
Oh, I love Vanessa Phelps and I love Radio Ryland as well. It is now time for tomorrow's headlines in today's Bots News. Our top stories tonight. Zoe talks about Thomas's hard night. Kay compares herself to Joan of Arc. And the housemates chat about sending those fully nudes to each other. First up, at 10:27 this morning, Zoe told King about Thomas's handiwork last night. Run VT.
Oh, it was amazing last night, Zoe. Thank you.
Well, I think you're having a bit of a fun time. What night? Thomas. Yeah. I heard Thomas breathing heavy. So I looked over and his mask wasn't on. So I thought, right, I'll go over and see if, because he might just taking it off and then falling asleep without it. I'm looking and I realised that he's not actually asleep, or he might have been asleep, but they were having a bit of fun. So anyway, he finished. So I came over and I'm like, Thomas, put your mask on. Put your mask on.
Like his mother after the wank.
Put your mask on. And he was like, oh, thank you.
Wow, what a time. Zoe never one to be beaten by a difficult situation. She even got a thank you off of Thomas. Next up, stop it, please. Please, come on now, keep it serious. Next up at 11:44 this morning, Kay talked about her divine mission in the Big Brother house. Run VT.
It's kind of becoming more important to me to make really like grand gestures if I can for others. Like I'm actually getting off on doing the opposite.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and do more of that. That's my mission in this house. There's something honestly, I mean, I always thought I was Joan of Arc. But do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just liberating. Like I like to be sacrificed.
You like to be sacrificed?
Yeah. I don't know why, it's just like, it's quite, would patriotic be the right word?
No, patriotic is when you do something for your country.
Yeah, but still like something for the team sort of thing, like say if this was our land.
Well, if I'm honest, I think it's Lewis F. who'd like to be sacrificed there. And finally, at 2:02 this afternoon, the housemates got down and dirty about nudes. Run VT.
I've only ever sent one dick pic, ever.
You've never have?
Once.
Oh, once.
When I was like fucking 17.
Yeah.
I weren't even lengthy back then.
That's going to be on Twitter now, Isaac.
Have you ever sent any nudes, Akeem? Sitting quiet over there?
Mine's an embarrassing story.
Tell us.
Well, I went to send one to my ex years ago, but I had accidentally sent it to my mother.
Ah, did you really?
Yeah.
You sent your mum a dick pic?
By accident. A big brother ever story.
Like, what, did you say anything?
Just fucking laughing. I don't know whether that was because of the size of it or anything, like, at the time. She's fucking laughing at it, like, but I was so embarrassed.
Don't worry, Akeem. We've all done it. Now, tonight, I'm joined by this week's competition winner, Gina Rio. What did you think of that piece of news?
Wow.
Thank you, Gina. That's all we've got time for. And that was today's Bots News. Thank you. Oh, we love you. Coming up after the break, it's time to lawyer up because he's back. Lord Chief Justice Ryland Retired is back in session. And our nominated housemates, friends and family are preparing to take the stand in the case of Lewis F versus Lewis D. Plus, I'm heading into the camera runs for a spot of ghost hunting with my good friend Alex. I will see you straight after this break. 4, 5, all cheeky double, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, cheeky double. Sorry, welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the side 10. Tonight, as you can see, it's all about chickens! We love the chickens! 14, 15, 16. I'm just trying to count. I'm trying to count them. Do you know what I mean? We're going to be talking about chickens a bit later on, but still to come tonight, 26, we're hitting the courtroom hard for a proper legal sesh with Lord Chief Justice Ryland retired. He is back in session. But as we keep hearing, Cameron is adamant that there is some paranormal activity lurking in the house. So it was only right for me to grab my celebrity ghost hunt colleague, Alex Gibb, and head up to the camera runs to check it out. Have a little look at this. 47. Cameron's really concerned that there is a ghost in the Big Brother house.
I think it's a poltergeist. I believe there's one in here.
So I've brought my friend Alex from Celebrity Ghost Hunt to see if she can find anything. Do you think we're in for a good day?
I think we are, yeah.
Oh. OK, wherever you want to go. This is the bedroom.
Right, so I feel weird. So walking from down there, then getting here, I almost felt like I just walked through something.
Right. I'm not just saying this. Alex has never been in the Big Brother house before, so she don't know the layout. Exactly where we are is where Cameron always sees something in the bedroom, and we are literally just on the other side of this wall. This is where the ghost has been seen.
Interesting.
So are you picking up on any names?
I'm getting this name, Brent. I'm not getting any names, so I must be making it up. I've
Brent.
got them Brent at the minute, and they've got a big connection to work, and I feel it's like they want to, you know, be part of it.
I mean, we're always up for new housemates, to be honest. Where do you want to go?
Build up of energy around here. That feels like a sense of sadness. I feel like this sounds really weird. Like it's like running, or like running noises, like up and down this bit.
Corridor.
Yeah.
Housemates running along this corridor, because what we'll do is we'll check this out. Alex seems to think that sometimes you guys in the gallery and the housemates can sometimes hear what would sound like a cameraman running up and down the run.
Yes, we do sometimes hear pounding feet. And we know we've got no camera operators in there. It's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Everyone's back in the gallery.
No.
But we do hear that through in the gallery.
So that was really, really odd. You've never been in there, but you went to the exact spot where Cameron keeps saying he can see something.
Yeah.
So I think it's been a good day at work for you, girl.
Yeah, I've done all right, actually, haven't I?
Done all right. Anyone to call you psychic?
I know, who'd have thought?
Leave it out. Honestly, I know that VT said Brett, but she said Brent, and we checked it out. And the guy that created L3 Studios was a guy who was from a company called like Brent Walker or something like that. It's really weird. Anyway, thank you, Alex, for being a part of it. Give it up for Alex, everyone. We love her. Now listen, from ghosts to the law. If you liked LA Law and were a fan of Suits and couldn't get enough of Ally McBeal, you are going to love the next bit of the show. We are heading to the courtroom for some legal drama, so please all rise for...
Don't choose a lion! Lord Chief Justice Ryland retired. Get out of my way, boy! Order! Dirty, dirty man! I'm talking now, all right? Topic up!
Quicker, not that quick! You stupid boy! Go on, get away! Order! Tonight we're in court for the matter of Lewis versus Lewis, the Lewises, if you will. The Lewises in question have both been charged with crimes against the state of Big Brother. The defendants, Lewis F and Lewis G, are under house arrest, so are unable to attend court tonight. However, I've summoned their nearest and dearest to plead on their behalf. Now, the Botch Supreme Court has gathered some information on the defendants for trial. Several members of the Big Brother public have come forward with some damning evidence. So a decision must be made. In the words of the defendant, there's only space for one Lewis in the aforementioned house. We've got two witnesses tonight. God, you make the text a bit bigger, dear. And first up on the phone, defending Lewis F, is its sister Louise. Hello.
Hey, Ryland.
Couldn't you be bothered to come? Oh, there you are. Couldn't you be bothered to come? No?
No, I tried my best, Ryland.
Oh, poppycock. Lewis F's failure to participate with other housemates meant he found himself in a damning position this week. Let's have a look at the evidence for the jury's convenience and see how the defendant landed himself in his current position.
I'm nominating Lewis F.
Lewis F.
Lewis F.
When Zoe the other night had the power with the coin.
The way he went on was a bit forceful.
No one's worried about you, so don't worry about anybody else.
He swayed Zoe to take my coins on purpose.
He's negative when sometimes the situation's, you know, positive.
Fuck it.
This is a group environment, and I just wish he would get more involved.
He is an overthinker, and he knows he's an overthinker, and I think that's really interfering with the time he has here.
I don't know what he's fucking doing, but he's always on his own.
Order, you dirty, dirty ratbags. Louise, there you are. We've witnessed the young defendant, Lewis F., isolate himself from the rest of the group. Has this new evidence led him to be potentially exiled from the Big Brother household?
Yes, it has, and it's a direct result of Lewis G's behaviour. It's affected how he portrays himself.
That's slander.
I suppose it is really, yeah. But he's pulled himself away because of the way he's been goaded, and rather than putting it in everybody else's face and get everybody else involved, he's chose to remove himself from the situation.
Well, he's also vocalised how he entered the aforementioned house to evolve as a person. Can you confirm or deny that you've witnessed the boy's personal growth during his time in the house thus far?
Absolutely confirm it.
How?
The restraint that Lewis is showing towards the behaviour of Lewis G is immense. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Hey, was that a tooth gag? Was that a tooth gag?
It was not, no, Ryan.
It better not have been. Well, the subject in question has admitted to suffering with severe bad moods. Can you promise that we'll see those pearly whites gleam if he remains?
Absolutely, and maybe even another glimpse of the 8-pack.
Oh, order, come on now. Silence in court, please. None of that in my law. Louise, if that's your real name, I understand you've prepared your closing statement. You've got 10 seconds. Don't cut me off. You've got 10 seconds. Order, come on now, please. You've got 10 seconds to convince the public jury to keep your brother, Lewis F., in. You may begin.
Lewis fully deserves a week without being goaded and pushed and to be bullied as well. He deserves to show the real Lewis that we all love. And
Time up, Louise. Strong words from you there, Louise. You may hang up your phone. Hurry up, I haven't got all day. Oh, she's gone. There she goes. Next up. Next up, defending Lewis G is his best buddy, Felix. Take to the stand, please. Order, come on. Poppycock. Felix, were you named after a cat?
Yes, that's correct.
I can see it. Lewis G made quite the impression in the Big Brother household, but he has been insistent, and in his tomfoolery, I believe may have put him in the docks. I say a total of 8 witnesses. 8 witnesses came forward with damning evidence. Let's have a reminder of them.
My first nomination is Lewis G.
Lewis G.
Lewis G.
There was that whole thing with the mints.
You've cross-contaminated.
You've crossed the line.
The behaviour has to stop.
He turned on everyone.
Why did you get involved?
He thinks that there should only be one person in this house with the name Lewis.
Is there any room for one?
I think he just gets a kick out of agitating people.
I was there.
You was there.
He'll just start doing something to piss people off.
Why should you I feel like
He can just be a bit of a tit at times.
Who do you think you are?
And he's fake as fuck.
Felix, if that's your real name, dear. Many housemates have said they believe Lewis G is playing a character. I wouldn't be familiar with that. Can you confirm this, or is he just one of those highly strung individuals?
Lewis is a special character.
Is your name Felix?
Yes.
Please continue.
Lewis is Lewis, and he's one of a kind, and that is how Lewis is on a daily basis, actually.
Do I detect an accent here?
Yes, you do.
Where are you from?
Well, originally Hammersmith,
I
but
don't want the life story.
Los Angeles!
And how do you know him?
I met him in Los Angeles and Hollywood.
You met him in Hollywood?
Yes.
And now you're in Borehamwood?
No, I'm in Happywood.
There's nothing like a happy wood. The blonde male in question has been nominated by 8 of his fellow housemates, primarily for being provocative and rude 24/7. Lols. Is this just his nature?
Well, if he's picked on, he's going to give a little bit back.
Oh, you think he's being picked on?
Yeah, and if the snowflakes can't handle a little bit of banter, I think that they might need to go.
Oh, I'm not having this. He also believes that the best Lewis will come out on top. What makes him the best of the Lewises?
Well, as far as everybody can see...
I will come up there in a moment. Feel it.
As far as everyone can see, he's the most entertaining on the show, and without him, it won't be as fun.
Well, all I'd say is no housemate's bigger than Big Brother. It's a very good show, actually, if you were to ask my opinion. Felix, if that's your real name, I understand you've prepared your closing statement. You're going to have 10 seconds to convince the public jury to keep your brother from another mother, Lewis G, in the Big Brother household. Straight down the lens you may begin.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Big Brother house and viewers of TV Land, Lewis needs to stay on Big Brother because Big Brother is Big Brother. It's not big, boring. Lewis F. Lewis F. Get up. Lewis G. Lewis G.
Whatever. Poppycock. Now, I would like everyone to sit down, please, and keep quiet, because our character witnesses should be seen and not heard. I'd like to thank them. You're all officially dismissed from my courtroom, but that is the ruling of this court, and if you don't like it, you can... Well, actually, in this exceptional case, you can actually change it. So, as ever, who goes? You decide! You decide. Here's the detail. This week, Lewis F and Lewis G face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. To evict Lewis F from a landline, call 090 20 44 58 09, or from a mobile, call 650 58 09. To evict Lewis G from a landline, call 090 20 44 58 10, or from a mobile, call 650 58 10. Calls to the long number will cost 50p plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after lines close won't count. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side. Do you know what? I just think I'm going to wind up the panel Lewis G style.
Zari za za zari zari za zari za zari za.
Ah, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah. That Lewis G song is pretty annoying, I'm not going to lie. But tomorrow night sees another housemate banished from Borehamwood's shiniest show home. But which of our Lewises will be making the long walk of shame out of there? I'm going to be asking my esteemed panel in just a minute. But here's a little exclusive house action that no one has ever seen before. Have a look at this.
Zari za za zari zari za zari za zari za.
Most people are starting to see it now.
I know.
It's annoying because he's a nice guy, but what the fuck is he doing? Where the fuck does his arrogance come?
Everyone backs me. I've got the trust of the house.
Because he's never been picked any side in an argument.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, so if he...
That just makes him a fucking little fence sitting to
Yeah, he is sitting on the fence. I don't know where it's come from, though. Well, I do kind of... I saw hints of it on day 2 with the task, when he started being really over the top and dramatic. But then it kind of died down, and then it seems like the moment he got top of the Bitcoin thing, the power slowly started to get to his head a bit.
Even like, I can think of like 5, 6 different things he's done. It's pissed me off. It's just over the top.
The thing that pisses me off the most is the fact that he seems to think he owns the house, and the fact that if there's any disagreement or argument, it's once he says it, it's done.
I'd be like, who the fuck put you in charge, mate?
Vanessa.
Yes.
Chatting about Keane. What do you make of that?
I think it's a right goody two-shoes, honestly.
Oh, a Keane?
Oh, God's sake, I can't bear the fella.
Do you not think that's just him?
No, I think he takes himself so deadly seriously. I just think he's like a prefect and a head boy and he's just an absolute sucker.
Are we liking a Keane?
No.
No, you like him?
I do like him. I think he's quite genuine. I do.
Do you think he's genuine?
Yeah.
Well, it's not about a King, because in under 24 hours, we're going to be saying, cheerio, see you later, tatty boo, to one of our Lewises. I want to find out who our panel and audience think should go. We have got, oh my God, 1 minute and 55 seconds on the clock. Go on, girls. Yes, Emily. To talk about Lewis Ev and Lewis G. When the time's up, we'll hear this noise. Topical. So let's start with Lewis F. Start the clock. Gina, what are we making of Lewis F?
He's a cutie, but there's nothing else to him, I'm sorry.
You don't think there's anything else to him apart from the looks?
Not really, no.
He's quite deep, he's quite deep.
Deep, super deep.
Okay.
Okay. Siggy, what are you making of Lewis F?
Exactly as you said, he's very deep. He's questioning everything. I think in there you can't question anything. You just got to get on with it.
You just got to deal with it.
And yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think he's just quite sensitive.
He's quite sensitive. Vanessa?
Yes, I think he's a self-saboteur. So he excludes himself, then he's upset that he's excluded.
I love that. Siggy.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. She always does it.
Yeah, but he puts himself in a very difficult position. Then he's upset that people are annoyed with him. Then he gets annoyed, they're more annoyed with him. He kind of instigates a vicious circle. But it's a shame. And I liked what his sister said. And I do think he's deep. And I think he's really handsome. And I think he's trying to be... You know, I think he's shocked by how he feels in there. It's hard in there. And he's amazed by how difficult he's finding it.
What are you making of Lewis F? Oh, go on, girl. Had your hair done. Looks lovely.
He just moans and whines. That's all you hear. Yap, yap, yap. Ball,
Just
ball,
moaning.
ball. Moaning, whining.
Just moaning. Who likes him? Who likes him? Who's liked him?
I like Lewis F. He's very intellectual. He hasn't reached his peak yet. He's got a lot to give. Because of Lewis G, he's calmed down. But when Lewis G leaves, he will come out of his shell. He's very intelligent, very cute, very attractive. I've got a good feeling about him.
There's a lot of people in that house that are just... He's got to come out of himself.
Do you think he's got to come out of himself? Who said that, darling? Of course it was you, Spiping up.
Yeah, he's going home, mate. He's getting home. Get in the train.
You think he's going home? But more importantly, will you be driving him home tonight, darling? Lewis F.
I like him. I think that
Oh, darling! All right, let's move Cluck about. Let's move on to Lewis G. Start the clock. Vanessa, Lewis G.
I think he's an absolute pain. I think he reminds me of Stephen Bear, but not in a good way. But there's something a bit charming about him. So it's quite difficult to know. There's something attractive about him, even when he's being really annoying. So do I really want to see the house without him?
I think this eviction's a really tough one to call, Ziggy. Lewis G.
It's exactly what Vanessa just said. Basically. Yeah.
And that's that.
That's it. I'll go for Lewis.
You're going to go for Lewis?
I'm going to go for Lewis.
You're going to go for... I think that's a safe bet.
Thank you.
That is a safe bet going for a Lewis there.
Man on the fence for
Gina,
Lewis.
what are you making of Lewis G?
I find him funny and entertaining.
So
That's
you'd
my
rather
opinion.
him stay in?
I want them both to stay in.
But that's not how it works, darling. You've been in there.
I know, it's so hard, isn't it? It's
The
so
geezer's
hard.
got to stay. He's got to stay.
One of the Lewises has got to stay. Lewis G.
He's almost one's guilty pleasure because you watch him wind everybody up. But in fact, he's winning the game because everyone else is being wound up and he's able to sit back and control the wine.
Can we just have a round of applause for this jumper? Look at that jumper. Look at that jumper. Look at that lovely jumper. Stunning. Lewis G. Go on, darling. I'll cut you off.
thank you. Hold on. Right. I do not like him. I can see why you lot will find him funny and all the rest of it. But he's not. No, we love Lewis G. Excuse me. He's trying to be like Bear, but the only reason why Bear won it was because we had sympathy on him.
We're not talking about Bear.
You're saying that that's who
we love Lewis G. I love him to death. He's been running, right? He's run out of his tramadol and he's just still carrying on.
Right, very quickly down the panel. Which Lewis do you want to see out of the house tomorrow night? Gina.
That's so mean.
Quickly.
F.
You want F out?
F, yeah.
You want F out?
I'm going to say I want G out.
You want G out? Who do you want? F.
Keep Lewis G in. Keep G in.
Who do you want out?
Get F out.
F out. F out.
Lewis, G out.
G out. F out. F out.
G out.
G out. F out. G.
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 G out.
G. F. F. G. G. That is a lot for tonight. What a show. A massive thank you to my throwback panel. To Lewis F and Lewis G's friends and family. To my amazing audience, as ever. And to you absolute dreamboats watching at home. I'm going to be back tomorrow night at 11:30 when I'll be joined by Emma Willis and Luke Kempner and your Lewis